Hey guys, this is Going Bananas here. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about ult charge and why it's important to know. As you can see here, I have the full hero list and I'm broken down into subgroups of 200 damage, 1000 damage, 10 ult charge, 50 ult charge, and healing ult charge. I went to a practice range and used 200 health target bots and I killed them and recorded the information as you can see into the chart. So, the reason why I made this chart is because there's three things you can really get from this. One, you can start to determine how close you are going to be to ult and what you need to do to get to ult. You can determine how close your enemy is to ult, and you can also get the information of how many ults you'll usually get per game. So let's start off with the knowing your ult. If you're at 60% ult on McCree and you kill two targets with 200 health. You know that you did 400 damage, so you'll be at 94% ult charge. So you'll know just generally going into a fight how close you're going to be and what you need to do to get that ult charge. Knowing that information will really help because you can tell your team, I'll have my ult this fight, and that way they can pair. So for example, let's just say you have Zarya and you were pretty close to Graviton, and you have a Hanzo, you can tell him, I won't be getting Graviton this fight, so if you want to hold your ult, then you can. And that information is really good because some people will just expect you to have ult and they'll hold theirs, and that little mismatch can basically make them not trust you the whole game. They'll be like, oh, he didn't get ult charge, and I'm just going to use mine. I can't trust him to combo. So given that information, then he can make the decision on whether he wants to use his ult or if he wants to hold his ult and use it with your combo. It's also important to know when your enemies are going to have ult charge. Obviously, you can start to see through the kill cams, how close they are. But the kill feed is really, really important that people kind of don't really look into. The kill feed has a ton of information. So let's just say a Reaper flanks your team and kills three of the backline. He kills the Mercy, he kills the Lucio, and kills, let's say, I'm a McCree, right? And he doesn't use his ult. He just, got a good flanking, kill him. So you know that he's dealt, 600 damage, or more. And with that, you can determine that he has probably 45% ult charge, or 42. So you can tell your team, okay, he probably has, his ult, so be wary. He's probably going to teleport next fight behind us and then get a good flank and then use his ult. So this can kind of prepare your team with the mentality that the Reaper is going to flank, so they're going to be kind of on more alert. I see a lot of times in games where Pharaoh will come up, sneak behind, or Reaper will sneak up behind ult, and no one will even notice it because they're so focused on the fight. So if you just give them that extra a little bit of that alarm, they can kind of determine, what to do from those actions. They'll start watching their back more rather than watching the whole front fight because they think everyone's there. And then knowing how many ults you get per game is really important. For example, I played Reinhardt on the King's Row on defense, and I had 6 ults. So what I want to do is I want to get that scenario again and then record the information to find my average. So I could find out my average is 5, or I could find out my average is 7. And that's really important to know because during choke points I can determine whether I want to use my ult or not. If I'm like, okay, I've used 3 ults, so I only have generally 2 to 3 more left, so I should probably save this ultimate for the choke point. So those key little information can help you make better decisions. Another thing with the healing ult charge is that, let's just say, for example, you're about to get, there's 30 seconds left, and you're playing Roadhog. You know that a full healing ult charge will give you 20%. So if you can get to your ult with using the healing, then you should probably do that. If, let's say, your healer doesn't have anywhere close to ult, then you can just make the decision, oh, I'm just going to heal myself. But if your healer is really close to ult and healing you will get that person ult, you can make the decision, okay, is it more important for me to have my ultimate, or is it more important for my Mercy to have the ultimate? So those kind of decisions, will really affect your play. Obviously speaking, if you're Roadhog and you heal up and you get your ultimate, I'm sure Mercy in the fight will get her ultimate, just from all the damage being dealt. So just, beware of these decisions, and I think this chart will really help make a lot of better decisions, just knowing the what your character can do and the potential, and just knowing how many, seconds it takes to get your ult as well. So I will put this in the description box, so if you want to look at it and just change it around, just be my guest. Alright, thank you for listening.